It's a top four clash, second versus fourth in the CMAX Premier League softball, coming to you from magnificent Glenelg. Glenelg Rebels, 5 wins and a draw this season, take on the West Torrens Eagles, 4-2 record. James Harris here with the 2022 Gilly Shield winning head coach Bill Benedictson, and after making her impressive commentary debut last week, National Youth Council member, softball SA state representative, National Schoolgirls champion, Hills Heat catcher Erin Adams McDonald. Welcome.
Thank you. It feels great to be back.
What an intro, huh?
I know. I don't feel like I really live up to it, but you know, it's a bit crazy when you see it down on paper.
Yeah.
Two teams faced off in round 2, the Eagles winning 4-2. Glenelg had an impressive pair of wins on the weekend against the Hills Heat. Sorry, Erin.
That's okay.
And of their 3 losses this season, the worst has been by a 2-run deficit. So they always finish strong as well. So that's what I've noticed for Glenelg over the last few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. They're a pretty tough competitor, and on Saturday with our doubleheader against them, they're just a really great team, really great pitchers, and know what they're doing in the field.
And then on the other side of the scorecard, some might say the Eagles got off to a bit of a slow start this season, but they've only dropped the 2 games so far, both to top of the table and early premiership favourite Port Adelaide. Their most impressive game was Saturday just gone, beating the undefeated Sturt Falcons.
I missed that game. I didn't get to see it, actually, so I was busy doing my own thing, I think. So, yeah, we saw West Torrens in early round. They did enough to beat Seacombe, but I don't think it was their best game, and they seem like they've improved since then. The games have been much better.
Key players, Glenelg, some pretty strong leadership and experience from Jade Peterson, Gemma Cochran, Georgia Bevan, Sasha Penglaze as well.
Yeah, I've played with Sash before. She's not only a really good player, but also a really nice person, so she's a great asset on the field.
West Torrens missing Harper Bridley for an extended period, but arguably West Torrens have the best infield in the competition, a lineup including Hood, Harris, Kayser, Hoyle, Burridge. So you'd think that Glenelg will have to score high to win this game, but they're sitting in second. So either way, I think we're set for a cracking game.
It's going to be a good game for sure.
We might even got some time to take a bit of a prediction. We know that we had an old guy that used to do that for us on our behalf, so I'll let you think about it for a second. But other games tonight, Walkerville versus Sturt on Diamond 2. So we'll probably try and bring you some of those score updates as the night goes. Bill, any early predictions for this game?
For this game here, I'm going to say West Torrens pull through, and if I had to give it actual total, I'm going to say 8-4.
What about you, Erin?
I think it's pretty hard to tell, especially with 2 really tough competitors. But yeah, I'd have to agree with West Torrens, seeing us playing against them the other week. They're definitely a hard competitor, and they just, as soon as they get on the bats, they just smash the ball. So I think it's going to be West Torrens way, I'm going to say 5-2.
That's a good call. Just before we get started here, I'll go around the defensive ground before Amber Hood steps in. But we've got Braun Sawyer for the Rebels pitching to Courtney Shepard. At first base, Jade Peterson. Second is Sydney Horton. Third base, Gemma Cochran, and shortstop Sophie Kinnear. Left to right, we've got Bree McGee, Georgia Bevan, and Sasha Penglaze in the outfield, as Amber Hood, number 77, leads us off. Takes the first pitch, strike called.
I reckon this Glenelg defense wouldn't be settled. I'm only saying that because I've never seen this formation before. Jade at first, Bronze pitching for the first time this season.
Ball hit in the air in the infield. Second baseman comes across, and Sydney Horton makes the catch for the pop back. First out.
That was some great communication there, especially those ones when it comes in the middle. It can be really hard to know who's going to catch them, so they did a really good job communicating there and understanding who was going to take that catch.
You can see on the replay there when Amber took the swing, a little bit slower pitch and just a little bit underneath that. They took her eye off the ball maybe, but she'd want that one over again. Second batter, Jordan Harris.
Just as I say, they're unsettled there in the infield. Sydney Horton takes a good catch. So Ron Sawyer also pitching for the first time this season.
Yeah.
And she looked good taking that catch. We know that we've got the wind blowing in from right field tonight from the southeast. Always holds the ball up a bit. Ball looks like it's hit right to you, and you've got to run far more steps than you thought you had to. Ripped foul.
That's a great foul ball.
0-2 pitch.
Who's that a great foul ball for? Is it Glenelg because it went foul, or great for West Torrens?
Probably West Torrens. I feel like that gives you a bit of confidence if you make a good foul ball like that. You know that you can definitely hit the ball, but yeah, it's just making sure you get your timing.
Ground ball up the middle, tough hop at shortstop, but Sophie Kinnear up to the task there and throws Jared Lambert out for the second out.
Yeah, that's a fantastic out, isn't it? Getting that hop is really hard, plus throwing out one of the fastest runners in the competition, so she should be really happy with that.
Yeah, fielded it very well. Ended up about chest height. Had to move to her left to take it as well. So great play from Sophie Kinnear and the Rebels.
Lana Kaesler steps in, number 15. She's the shortstop tonight. Pitch low, ball one. Just happened to have the replay on the other night of the grand final versus Port Adelaide, and Lana Kaesler was the big hero there with her 2-run homer late in the game.
She knows how to bat, that's for sure.
Counts 2-0. Good hitters count.
I'm with you there, Bill. I like 2-0. There it is.
Well, she laid off. Maybe it was a little bit on the outside edge. Not quite what she's looking for. It's a good pitch, 2-0, actually, keeping on the outside edge, make him hit into right field, into the wind. That one a bit low in the dirt. 3-1. Another good hitters count, James.
Yeah, that would personally be my favourite hitters count. You've seen one, you know what it looks like, but you've also got 3 balls, so you're able to play around with it a bit.
And a ground ball gets through into left field past the shortstop. Kaesler's aboard with 2 out.
Yeah, that's a hard one to get, especially just right in the middle of those 2 players. So it takes a pretty hard diving stop to try and get that one to not go to the outfield there, and even then she would still be on first base. So it's a great shot by Lana.
It's a really good piece of hitting with 2 strikes, or it was a 3-1 count, sorry, but it was a good piece of hitting.
I think Kinnear was probably a step up the middle as well, so it was pretty hard hit. I don't think she would have got it. It was hit that hard, but if she was standing in a regulation place, but I think she was also a step up the middle.
Danny Baskai's in now, number 97. She's the right fielder. She's been playing all over the place a little bit. She played a little bit of first, and in the outfield. Plays all outfield positions. Strike called, 1-1. Lana's pretty speedy over there at first, could take off. Don't think they'd be running now, but (2-1) count. Sawyer about to pitch. Danny fouls it straight back. Good cut. Probably chased one a bit high there. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, I'd say that one's a bit high. You have the potential to pop that one up, definitely, if you get that into the field. But still a good piece of batting. Like, you want to go after the ones that you think you can hit and have confidence in.
2-2. Ball 3.
And that was good of her to leave that one after just seeing that high pitch. Maybe she saw it and realised that was the top of her zone, so it kind of got her eye in for that second pitch there.
Full count now, 2 out, runner's gonna go. And ball 4. So West Torrens, after the first 2 outs, they're threatening as Emma Burge comes up in the 5 spot.
West Torrens been ultra aggressive early in this game, and you take a look at the stat sheet and it shows their aggression throughout the entire year. 6 games played so far, only 13 walks. That's only the 14th walk they've had in those half-dozen games. They don't leave, they don't know, wondering or leave anything at that plate.
Yeah, definitely a very aggressive batting team, and they just really know how to hit the ball, and they know how to hit gaps mainly, which I think is a really important thing to note.
Glenelg on the other side had 30 walks for the season, so more than double. They've played 3 more games, but they're a bit more patient in the box.
1-1 count now. Burridge is up. Bound ball up the middle. Gets through. And Kayser's legging it all the way around, and she scores from second on a CNI single, I would call that one.
That was a bit of a low throw there, didn't quite make it, but Courtney Shepherd did a really good job of stopping that ball, seeing as you can see the bounce come up, so she read that well, but Lana just did really good base running there. As you can see, she wanted to push it to get that first run for the game.
Hoyle steps in now, ball 1. That replay too, you watch second base as she came across Sydney, she looked like she was looking at the bag as she was about to take the bouncing ball, and kind of missed, it looked like she had a shot at it. So CNI single, it really did work its way right through the middle.
2 outs, and West Torrens have had 2 hits and a walk, so always hurt you, the 2 out hits.
The 2 out rally.
Goes 3-0 to Hoyle. Hoyle, a very powerful hitter. She can take you deep. With a green lighter here, what do you think?
Lee Hull would always say yes,
no.
and I always say no, but you know.
Yeah, I find it very tough to swing at a 3-0 pitch, I really do.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got to be there's a ground ball. Off the glove of third, Gemma Cochran. He gets into left field. Danny scores standing up, and everybody moves up another bag. And a 2-out rally has got West Torrens up 2-0.
I'm just looking over to my left. We've got from the official scorers, Jill Williams and Marcy Trzynski, a green on that one there. So just a tough play for the reaching Gemma Cochran. So it'd be RBI safe hit for Hoyle.
Ball 1. As now Brody Brovnik steps in, number 22. This left fielder. And that one's a bit up. Well, sitting 2-0. Brody's got a good hitter's count again. 2 runners on. Emma at second. Sophie at first. That's popped up on the first base side and out of play. Well, Glenelg will be looking to get an out here because they started off very well, and suddenly runs are scoring. The ground ball back to Sawyer, throws across to Jade, and they get the 3rd out on a 1-3 put out.
That was a great grab by Sawyer there, just jumped up to get the ball and made the out with an easy throw. So yeah, that's a really good piece of fielding.
There's another look on the CMAX replay. Sawyer to reach for it, does herself a favour, making the 3rd out over to Peterson. And if you want to help advance tomorrow's healthcare and get paid for your time, log into cmax.com.au. Well, West Torrens did some damage there with 2 out. Hood pop up to second. Harris grounded out to shortstop on a tough play, but then it was hits to Kaysler, Burridge, Hoyle, a walk to Baskai. Burridge and Hoyle both with RBI, so they're on the board early.
Yeah, they are, which is definitely a challenge to Glenelg, I think. I think they're going to want to be coming up in this batting innings and score some runs here.
Glenelg's a good hitting team. I will give them that. They've always swung the bats well, and they always put the ball in play, and there's some very powerful hitters on the team.
Yes, they are.
Erin, you're going to take us around the diamond for the West Torrens defence.
I will. In the circle, we've got Jess Ryder to Amber Hood, and then we've got Emma Burridge at 1, Jordan Harris at 2, Lana Kaysler at shortstop, Sophie Hoyle at 3, Brody Brovnik at left field, Alicia Marshink at centre field, and Danny Baskai at right field.
Jess Ryder through the win against Sturt on the weekend.
Just a quality pitcher. She came to West Torrens a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm just trying to remember now, but worked out the bugs, and she's a quality pitcher now. She's getting her confidence. I think she's getting her consistency down. So Glenelg looking to answer back. Gemma Cochran steps in, third base. As Ryder gets ready to throw the first pitch. Swinging strike one. Aggressive cut.
Very aggressive cut. Very interesting as well as a lead-off batter, because I feel like often when I have led off as a batter, which isn't very often, but when I do, you get told to take a couple pitches and see the pitcher and be able to know what they throw a little bit. So that's a really interesting attack from the Glenelg player.
Strike two called. I agree. You're generally that first at bat for the leadoff. You want to see some pitches and really dial it in and make her throw a bit. A little check swing. Fouled out of play on the first base side. She's made an adjustment there. Now 2 strikes. Can't be quite as aggressive. Just trying to put that ball in play.
Cochran's had a great start to the season, a .330 on base average, just contributing in every one of their games so far.
0-2 count again. A little bit high outside. First ball. Yes, I guess with a good batting average, you move her up to a position where she's going to get a lot of at-bats, lead you off, come up around quicker.
Especially with the on-base average as well. You want someone that can consistently get on base as your lead-off.
That one's fouled on the third baseline. Bit of change of speed from Jess on that one, I think. Had her out in front after being late on the one before.
Smart call by Amber Hood there.
Yeah, they'll be looking for more ground balls than strikeouts. West Torrens with Ryder pitching 15 innings, only the 6 strikeouts. So really looking for the defense to hold up as she throws them low.
Works it back to 2-2. So even though she came up swinging on the first pitch, which seemed not prototypical for a leadoff, she's hanging around a lot. So I guess that's valid, having her as a leadoff batter. She can foul off pitches and seal out pitches.
Yeah.
And then I just gave her the kiss of death there, and strikes out swinging.
Bill manifested that one.
One way.
Yeah, good pitching. It looked like a bit of a change of pace from Jess. Caught Gemma Cochran swinging there just above the letters as well. So nice pitching from Jess. Make that strikeout number 7 for the season.
Well, the second batter for the Rebels is Sydney Horton. Second base, took a catch in the first half.
Isn't she having a season, hitting .529? We normally see her hit right-handed her first turn at bat, then she switches to the left side.
Okay. And she's going to get on there. Ground ball to shortstop. A little bit of a bobble.
Yeah, a little bit of a bobble there, but still a really hard hit ground ball with a pretty nasty bounce. So Lana did a good job of just stopping that ball there.
She swung from high up there above the letters and just legged it out to first. Casey just lost it there between the legs. Runner on 1 for Glenelg.
Courtney Shepherd now batting, the catcher, number 29. Takes the first pitch outside. No sign of bunt there. 1 out. Possibility. With the changeup, that's hit hard. It's deep. It's in the left center gap, and it's in there. All the way to third goes Cochran, and Shepherd strolls into second with a stand-up double.
What a fantastic shot by Courtney Shepherd. That's pretty much one of the perfect spots to hit it in that situation with the runner at 1. You advance them to 3, then you have someone like Sasha Penglis come up who can hit right side, and then it's hitting behind the runners, and then they score 2 runs. So perfect job by Courtney Shepherd there.
Right in the alley on the CMAX replay, Horton moves over to third.
Absolutely right there. Good call, Aaron, because Sasha does like to hit the right side, and if she hits the gap or even just moves it that way, it's going to score 1, if not 2. Strike 1 called to Sasha Pingles.
Deep hit up the alley, and Shepherd just continues a great run of form over the last few years, hitting 292. Those numbers will go up tonight.
And ball outside. 1-on-1 the count. Only 1 down. Runners in scoring position, third and second. Got wheels there at second. Courtney Shepherd's quite quick, so a base hit here. Could score them both. West Torrens playing in. Ooh, just missed inside there, I think.
Maybe a bit low there.
Maybe a bit low. Count goes to 2-1. So this could get dangerous. And just rather about the pitch, 2-1 count. And that's off the plate outside, 3-1. In the on-deck circle, we got Georgia Bevan.
Again, a good hitting count here for Sasha Pingles. She'll be looking to get a hit if it's in the zone.
And that's hit. That's going to be just in front of center field. And it drops in for a single. Run scores from third. Courtney Shepherd, no man's land there. Really couldn't tag up, really couldn't go anywhere on that one. So she probably played that perfectly. But that's a base hit to score 1.
I think that's what you were talking about before, Bill, as well, with that wind. Sometimes it just pushes it in and you think you're running further than what you actually are. I think that may have been what happened there.
Shepherd having to hold up at 2 as well. It was shallow and not too far away from her, so every chance of a catch. Here's Georgia Bevan up the bat.
And just before that, too, as I said, the infield was in. West Torrens had the middle infielders right up on the line. That's a tough run back for Jordan to try and get that at second base. Regular depth, she probably goes and gets that one, and it's an out.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was thinking as well. If Jordan was playing back there with her speed, I think she could have got that catch as well.
That's fouled straight back.
Producer Brandon just in my ear saying the Bermuda Triangle, Aaron.
Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle. I think it may have been a bit
Triangle.
right of the Bermuda Triangle, but nonetheless, it was quite close to the Bermuda Triangle, so we can count it.
Aaron just brought that one into our vocabulary last week. That and nuking the ball.
Nuke.
I heard about nuking. Fouled back again. Change of pace again, I think, on that pitch. Had Bevan a little bit out in front. She did everything she could to get a bat on it. 1 and 2. That's a good name for it, the Bermuda Triangle, just out there. It's
Nothing comes out of the Bermuda Triangle.
1 and 2 to Bevan. Runners on first and second. And off the plate.
Yeah, nice
ball
spot,
two.
wasn't it?
It was a good spot.
But just off, good eye from Bevan. Gee, West Torrens are up against it here, aren't they? I know it's only early doors in the game, but a bit of pressure on with only 1 out, 2 runners on.
Always a good hitting side, as I said, Glenelg. Looking very disciplined at the plate. Fouled that one straight back. And keeps her at bat alive, 2-2. Only 1 down. As that wind is kind of still picking up and blowing in from pretty much straight from right field towards third base. That's a line shot over the shortstop. It's in there. And Courtney scores all the way from 2 with a key base hit for Georgia Bevan.
That was the speed we were talking about. Any hit there was really a chance to the outfield, was a chance for Shepherd to score, and just so happened to be an absolute nuke of a line drive to left field there. So fantastic shot.
On the CMAX replay, Bevan just up the handle a little bit as well, controlling the swing really well. And Shepherd's going to score from second every day of the week on a shot like that, tying up the ball game. It's 2-2.
2-2, great piece of hit. Brings up Sophie Kinnear, number 67. She's the shortstop. Made a good play in the first top half of the inning. But that was a great hit. I mean, I thought that was almost going to be lined right to Lana, and it was just over the head. Very level cut. Yeah, it could be in for
A good game.
Yeah, Kaiser took a scream of a catch in the grand final last year of Jess Maslin in the 6th inning, key moment with the runner on base. And it really turned the game, although it was 0-0 at the time. Then Kaiser, with that energy, come up and hit a 2-run shot in the top of the next inning. So it was a massive play in the game, but this one just got over the top of her head on this occasion and scored a run, advancing another one with a runner in scoring position now, and timeout called.
Yeah, I think Jess is maybe just trying to overthrow it a little bit there now.
We've got a score update, Erin, from Diamond 2 Sturt versus Walkerville.
Yeah, we did. It's 4-0 currently Sturt's way, so that'll be a really interesting game to look back on and see what happened.
We might touch on the ladder a little later as well as we discuss that result.
3-0 count. And lost her ball 4. Yeah, I think maybe that hit just maybe unsettled her a little bit, and she may be trying to be a little too fine. Instead of just trusting the gloves behind her. I mean, those are some good hits, but you've got to back your side that they're going to come up with the plays and put the ball in play.
3 hits and a walk for West Torrens in the top half of this inning. 3 hits, a walk, and an error for Glenelg in this inning. They've got loaded bases with 1 out.
Number 7, Jade Peterson. She's up to bat. Jade is also a quality hitter. Also likes to hit that left side. So possible double play ball. That's what West Torrens will be looking for. They're playing in. They're looking for a double play ball here. And evens up the count 1-1.
Something that Jade is really good at is that contact hitting. I think you'll often find that even if she gets out, it's oftentimes from where she's hit the ball, but she definitely knows how to make contact with it, and that just forces errors on the other team, so you never know what could happen here.
Popped up on the first base side, and that's going to be out of play.
So you saw her firsthand on Saturday, Erin. That's Jade Peterson. She pitched both games of your doubleheader.
I did, yes.
Is it a surprise for you not seeing her pitch tonight? And potentially, do you think we'll see her later in the game?
I think it is a bit of a surprise that Jade isn't pitching tonight. I think she's one of the best pitchers in our competition. She's definitely hard to hit and has a lot of control over the ball, and I think that if we do see her later in the game, it'll be really exciting, and especially with how close the scores are, it is definitely a big potential.
2-2 the count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Just up off the plate again. Count goes full.
Maybe she earned the break after pitching 2 wins on Saturday.
Probably, yes.
That hasn't happened in a while, has it?
Yeah, and those 2 wins catapulted them into 2nd place as well on 11 points.
Full count. Ground ball to second base. Gets the out at 1. Run scores.
A great RBI there. That's what I meant by the contact hitting. Even though she got out there, she still managed to get an RBI home with only 1 down.
Yeah, not much Harris could have done there. The momentum of the ball was moving her towards first base, and Penglace was off like a rocket. It was a full count, and so she was taken off on the hit.
Yeah, 100%. And Jordan Harris made a really excellent decision to get that ball and step on first base rather than tossing it and maybe making an error. So that was a really good decision.
Yeah, both fielders kind of went for that there, so it wasn't smart. You save a throw and get the out. Hopefully it stems the flow. West Torrens are hoping to end this inning very shortly.
And it's Glenelg that leads 3-2.
Correct.
We'll dock Brandon's pay for that one.
Ron Sawyer, the pitcher, is batting now. It's the 8th batter in the inning. 3-2, Glenelg. And that's popped up, and it's probably going to be back on her head.
All right, we're under the Jillian Williams Pavilion.
The friendly confines of the Jillian Williams Pavilion.
Softball SA Life member, and sitting to our left, colouring in the circles tonight with Marcy Trzynski.
So 1-2 count. Got runners on second and third, 2 out. Infield's playing back, regular depth again. Pitch off the plate. And it's 2-2.
She's pitched well with little reward, hasn't she, Jess? She's peppering that outside edge, but just a little off.
It has been a good pitching out inning, and I think Glenelg, you got to give credit to their discipline at the moment. They're really not chasing anything that's not a strike.
Absolutely. Three hits and a walk, and Sydney Horton hit the ball hard as well when she got on Jade Peterson's RBI. So all contributing in that lineup.
Full count. Ripped. Way foul down the third base side.
Well, we saw last Wednesday that Sawyer's no slouch with the bat. She came up with a key hit late in the game when Glenelg looked down and out of it, and then batters 7, 8, 9 come up with the goods. Tate Nicholson and also Bron Sawyer come up with late hits.
Got her swinging on an outside pitch. A little bit of change of speed.
I was about to say, I thought that was a change-up. That was a really great call from Amber Hood there, especially since she just hit that fantastic foul ball to left field, basically.
CMAX replay.
It was a really good decision.
Yep.
Yeah, great edge. And we've both had a kiss of death moment so far. Now it's your turn, Erin.
I hope not.
Well, we've completed one, and West Torrens came out and looked aggressive and scored 2, but it was the hitters for Glenelg. Horton got on from a hard shot, then Courtney Shepherd ripped a double, putting 2 runners in scoring positions for Penglace, who got an RBI, Bevan, who got an RBI, Sophie Kinnear, 4-ball walk, and then Jade Peterson put one behind the runners to bring in their 3rd for the inning. So it's Glenelg with the slight advantage after the first inning of play, and we nearly hit the 30-minute mark. So very entertaining softball. We're only through 1 inning.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what West Torrens do here with the bats. I'm sure they'll come back really aggressive and try and get that run back.
As they pick up the top of the second, it's Alicia Marshink leading off center field. First pitch taken for a strike.
I have noticed that Bron Sawyer, her strike rate for the first pitch has been really high. I'm pretty sure she's pitched a first pitch strike pretty much every time. So that's something that I would be looking at as the opposition team, seeing if I can go after that first pitch, especially if that's the best pitch that she's going to throw.
That's a good call. You might have a team of batters that don't like to swing at the first pitch, and
exactly.
Pitching from ahead is so much better than pitching from behind. As she falls behind, 2-1. Alicia's a powerful hitter. She can hit the ball hard. Ooh, a little bit high and back to the backstop. Alicia with a good hitters count now, 3-1. Looking to start this off and get herself on. That's goal number 1 right now, I guess, is a leadoff. Get yourself on base. Ground ball to short. Fielded by Kinnear, thrown across to Peterson, and 1 out, routine, just like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what Glenelg would want here. I know that I've spoken to Reggie a lot, and our game plan is usually, especially with the first batter, is that you don't want them to be on base. So they did a really good job of getting that ground ball and getting the out there.
How's the play from Kinnear as well? She's got a good arm too, stayed low on the ball, Bill.
Yeah, that's the thing I saw there. Stayed low, expected the good hops here. Looks like there's a bit of water in the diamond. It's not as dry as it has been. Getting good hops when it's like that. That brings up Caitlin Holt, debuted not just too long ago.
Against us.
And there's a hit to right center, but moving in very quickly. Georgia Bevan, she was on that very, very fast.
Yeah, that was a great catch there by Georgia Bevan. Still a really great hit from the youngster Caitlin Holt. Pretty impressive for someone that's just debuted a couple weeks ago to go out and hit a ball like that and hit it that fast. So she should be super proud of that, even though she didn't make it on base there.
Yeah, off the bat, I thought she had to hit all the way, but when you watch the replay, Bevan really jumped on it quick.
Yeah.
The wind held it up.
She read it, yeah, she read it well with the wind.
Really reads the ball well. Former Stars player Georgia Bevan before she was enticed over to the AFLW just to win a premiership in the inaugural year with the Adelaide Crows.
As you do.
One of your teammates is over at the Crows at the moment on the injured list.
Yes, Abby Ballard at the moment. She has hurt herself, unfortunately, so she has been out at softball a couple of weeks, and you can see her in her crutches hobbling around, but she's got Georgia Ballard and ex-softball player Ruby Ballard as well, who's playing football for the Westies at the moment, helping her out. So, yeah, she's doing pretty well at the moment.
With 2 out, West Torrens has the top of the order up. Number 77, Amber Hood. She's at a 2-1 count. Amber Hood very good at getting herself on base. And that's a foul ball down the first base side.
Yeah, amongst lead leaders in walks the last few years and leading the West Torrens team with 3, and as I mentioned before, only 13 for the whole season for the team. So 3 of those belonging to their leadoff.
Yeah, 100%. Amber has a very good eye and is a very patient batter and is really happy to take a walk over a hit, even if it means that she'll get on base. So a very good batter.
2-2, high, ball 3. Full count, 2 out. On a brisk night here at West Beach. That's a line shot into right field. Chance at 1, and she's overthrown. Well covered by Courtney Shepard.
Amber would be very happy with that hit, get on base. It's a really good shot as well on top of that, but it's just a bit of an overthrow there by Sasha Penglace.
Temporary rider coming in, Caitlin Holt, number 96.
Yeah, Caitlin Holt's definitely got some speed on the bases from training with her. She can run, and she's a pretty good heads-up runner and is very prepared to keep her wits about her on base, especially against good teams like Glenelg.
Swing and a miss as the runner goes. And
There's a swing.
Yeah, I think it was a swing through. Ball was a bit low, but it looked good.
If that was a hit and run, the runner was taken off, didn't even stop and look.
So yeah, swing through. It's a good call, James. Jordan Harrison, second base. That ground ball to shortstop last time up. And there's a changeup, fouled off. And she's gone to 0-2. Caitlin Holt at second. 2 out, little base hit, score a run, tie it up, and that's what you'd be trying now. Just get contact on the ball. What's your approach here, Aaron?
Probably for me, again, I try to go for that right side shot or that, you know.
Ground ball past shortstop, and Caitlin scores from second base, pulls the ball.
Yeah, you really just, what I was about to say is that you really just want to be hitting a gap. So she did it perfectly. She took the words out of my mouth, and great running there by Caitlin Holt.
Holt with a stolen base, and then Harris always hits the ball hard. This one ripped through to the left side, picks up an RBI to tie up the game.
That was a good piece of hitting there, very short and compact, made sure she made contact.
Yeah.
Yep, great job. And going again, Harris steals second, throw goes into center field, but covered by Bevan.
Good pop-up sliders there, a good pop-up slide there as well, as you can see. She was ready to go because she could see that throw going over, so she was really prepared just in case that ball got away to monopolise on that and get another base.
Interestingly enough, West Torrens has 1 stolen base for the year. They've just stolen 2 in this inning. So maybe easing into the season, mentioned at the top of the show that, you know, maybe a bit of a slow start for West Torrens, but I think the old saying goes, you can't win a premiership in October.
Exactly.
Right. Well, that takes another pitch there. 1-1 count, 2-1, 1-2 count, sorry, 2 strikes. Again, Speedy Harris on second. Base hit here will surely score another run.
Yeah, and Lana's again a really good hitter, so.
And it's ripped hard to second base, knocks it down, and gets it in time and throws across to get the 3rd out.
Yes, that's a fantastic second effort there from Sydney Horton. That's exactly what you want to do. A little motto, second efforts make outs. So she made sure that as soon as that dropped, she still got up and made the throw and still got the out there.
It's a very impressive play because she gets her body behind this. She's going to take the ouch when she doesn't field it cleanly, but she knocks it down and it stays within a meter of her, picks it up bare hand, throws across plenty of time.
Exactly.
In the absence of the impressive Tate Nicholson, who's been playing very well this season for the Rebels. They'll be missing her bat tonight. She's in the top 3 batters for their team, 364 average, but Horton is leading their batting averages for 529, if you don't mind. First game playing in the infield, and she pulls off a great play like that. Erin, I love that. Second efforts make outs. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's right. I learnt that one from Scott Humphreys, our former A-grade head coach, who's still a really close friend of mine, but that really stuck with me. Second efforts make outs. So
if you don't mind asking him, can you ask him where he got that from?
I can.
I've got a feeling I know the answer.
Yep. Sense a setup there.
Well, Jess Ryder is just going through her warm-up pitches and just touching on the league ladder. Port Adelaide sit on top, 7 wins and 1 loss on 14 points. Glenelg in second, 5 wins and a draw. Sturt 5 and 1 with their record on 10 points, playing tonight against Walkerville. West Torrens in fourth with 4 wins. Seacombe, Bill, after an impressive win on the weekend, move into 5th on 4 points.
Yeah, I was quite happy about that. Doubled our win total from last year, and that was a goal. Played very well on the weekend. I think everybody's quite happy about that, aside from Walkerville, who we played.
Well, it's a quarter of the way through the season for Seacombe, and you've doubled the wins from last year. Well done. You're not going to cry, eh?
No. And as we have Bree McGee step in, the 9 batter. She's playing left field tonight. Lucky number 13. And she's in a 1-1 count as Jess Ryder delivers. And that's fouled back.
We can talk a bit about Seacombe if you want, Erin. We can gang up on them a little bit. I know you've got a couple of Swedish players over visiting Australia, so why not have a game of softball while you're here? When are you going to see them on the diamond? And 16 strikeouts, I heard one of them pitch in the B grade on the weekend.
Yes, I heard that too. I heard the story at 15, and then she said 16, and then I've heard that today it's gone to 17. But no, I'm just joking. She pitched very well in B grade. Yes, 16 strikeouts. Emily, that's Emily Erickson.
Yep.
She's had an at-bat with us. She's played first base over on Diamond 2, one game we had, and did well. And her traveling companion, Lara Titmus,
speedy.
had herself, very speedy, lefty. Had one go through the left fielder and scored an inside Parker. Wherever you're scoring that, whether it's
and I know Lynn is back, so obviously a handy player to have back for a second year. But yes. Reagan Diaz, we might touch on her if we can. She's she can do it all.
She's a little pocket rocket. First met her, she's very personable, very confident individual player, and a very good team player. First at bat, hits a home run, 2-run homer. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
And there's a base hit up the middle, as we forget about Bree McGee, but a good piece of hitting to start off this inning. Or the bottom of the inning, sorry, as it's a 3-3 tie.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there. Straight to the outfield, but not high enough that center fielder could get it. So she got a nice single there, ready to be hit around and get home.
Yes, Glenelg is not dying quickly here. They're coming back, and this could be a very high-scoring game by the end of it all.
Yeah, well, we're already both wrong about our predictions at the start of the game, so...
Well, I still have a shot.
I thought you said 2-8.
I said 8-4.
Oh, I'm wrong.
That's okay. So I still have a shot, but I think I'm going to lose that one pretty quick. Yeah. Cochran's up. Gemma Cochran, the leadoff batter, struck out the first time up, but had a good at-bat. Speedy Bree McGee at first base.
Shows bunt.
Shows bunt. Did not go. And checked her swing. So evens up the count 1-1. So with none out, runner on. Bunt, hit and run.
Maybe even like a little fakey. Do something crazy.
Showing bunt. And lays off. Takes a ball low.
For Gemma Cochran here, they're both first base and third base are charging in, so now would probably be a really good opportunity showing bunt to do a slap and catch them off guard, I think. But that's just me.
Well, that's a good strategy. I like that. Showing bunt, it's a bunt situation, and now the pullback. And there you go, Aaron. She was ready for it.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
She laid off a pitch outside, but I think she was definitely going to slap at that one. Well done on the prediction there, Aaron.
Well, I didn't get my predictions for the scores of the game, so I had to do something right.
Cochrane 4 walks for the season so far.
Okay. So I thought she was had a good lead off at bat last time. And takes that one for strike 2. Full count. I think Cochrane looks confident enough that she can go to a full count and still be able to put the ball in play, but just got the better of her last inning. 3-2 pitch. And lays off ball 4.
Yeah, great at bat from Cochrane. Was behind the count and fought her way back into it before earning herself a walk, moving Bree around to second base, but brings up the dangerous hitter in Horton.
Yep.
And she's moved to the right side. So she continues her right, left.
Best betting average on the team. Well over 500. Had a hit. Well, an error hit. What did we score that last time?
Yeah, it was scored as an error.
An error.
Yes, 6 singles, 3 doubles.
First pitch, a little low, but they called for a strike.
And only 1 walk. Her on-base average is just a little bit higher than her batting average at 570. Very impressive, though.
Very impressive.
Good answer pitch by Jess Ryder, getting that low call.
I know you guys always watch the live stream broadcast, so you would have heard us talk about how she played for Ireland in the World Cup qualifier against Belinda White's Aussie Spirit earlier in the year.
Yeah, we talked about that on the last live stream, I believe. But it's just a really good opportunity, I think. Playing overseas, you get to play different softball, see how other countries play, and I think it's pretty cool. And Kylie mentioned something about them playing on the turf, so that would have been a really interesting adjustment compared to the West Beach dirt.
I watched a few of those games, and yeah, it was like an all-weather soccer pitch, yes. Ground ball coming across. Hoyle picks it up. Thought about going to 2, decided to throw to 1, and off-balance throw a little high. Pulled Burbage off the bag.
Yeah, let's have a look at the CMAX replay. Hoyle fields the ball, looks for 2. May have actually had a play there, but decides to fire it across to 1, and we've got loaded bases.
Yeah, all it takes is contact as a batter as well. That's what we're talking about a lot in our under-18 state team at the moment, is just put the ball in play and you never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, Glenelg's doing a really good job here.
Courtney Shepherd up with the bases loaded. Yeah, Hoyle did look to go to 2 and probably had time and had the play, but maybe something put her off there, decided not to. Chose to throw across to 1 and just pulled them off the bag.
Dangerous hitter for loaded bases and none out.
None out. Ground ball is short. Kessler keeps it in front.
Just try to hit it back to the catcher.
Geez, it almost made it back there in time. Never seen a play like that where you've batted it right to the base you're intending. High chop.
The bounce. Hard to read the bounce there. Good work on them for calling time here. The Glenelg Rebels are getting a rally, so it's a perfect opportunity to cool time, take a breath, take a moment to reset. So, yeah, good opportunity there for them.
Yeah, no outs, and thanks a lot to the replay as well, the CMAX Clinical Research Replay. Thanks to Spacequake Sports for their support broadcasting, and CMAX as well for being a broadcast partner. And if you want to help advance tomorrow's healthcare and get paid for your time, log on to cmax.com.au. Actually, we'll probably hear from CMAX. Breast cancer awareness round is gone. Probably hear from CMAX at the mental health round, first Saturday in December. So Sturt hosting that round.
Penglis with the bases loaded, rips the first pitch foul down the third base line.
Third base umpire Acacia Van Marley there just got the shock of her life. You may have heard it in the effects mic. Let's have a look on the CMAX replay.
She's smiling now, though, so we know that everything's okay. Just a bit of a shock, bit more adrenaline to the game.
Somebody yelled out.
Both Cochrane and Van Marley, I think.
So 1 strike count. Penglis very aggressive on that first pitch. Pitch outside. She's fouled it off to the first base side. That's out of play. Quickly 0-2. None out. Bases juiced. And Sasha Penglaser had herself a hit in the first inning. Batting with 2 strikes. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. Very confident to take that pitch. 1-2 count. That's a good pitch from Jess there. No point in putting right down the middle, make it chase.
Especially with 2 strikes, you have a lot of room to work the ball, see what you can do, move it a bit.
Changes speeds a bit, a little high. Base hit in the left, scores 1. And scores 2. Cut off, throw back to 2. Safe called. That's a very close play at 2. For Shepard diving back.
Sasha just hit the gap there, and it was a hard hit on top of that. So that was a really good job for Glenelg to score 2 runs there with such a hard hit. But yeah, Courtney Shepard there just had to dive back, but close play, but good call there by Pete Fairley.
Yeah, probably right call. Cutting that ball off because it was down in the dirt. Pick off, throw back. Very quick tag, almost got her. And 2 more runs score as Glenelg jumps out to 6-3 lead and still no out.
No outs, yeah. I was just going to say, here's a look at the CMAX replay of Hoyle. Throw over to second. Looked like a pretty good throw, and great diving effort there from Shepard to get the outside of the base. Very good softball IQ there. If she'd gone for the front of the base, she would have been out.
Yeah, and just to point out, Bill's prediction from the start of the game is officially wrong now.
Thank you for pointing that out.
It's all good, Bill.
Appreciate it. Georgia Bevan batting. Takes 1 low. 2-1 count.
Had an RBI her first at bat, so a runner in scoring position, and Glenelg are not done yet here in the bottom of the second. There's none out.
I think it was Georgia's hit that impressed me the most. It was that solid line drive over top of short, so we'll see what happens this time around. Swinging. Strike call on that swing there. Is that the first pitch?
No, I think it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I just confused Brandon by saying none out.
That's right. 2-2, I thought.
Don't shake your head at me.
Ground ball up the middle. Off of Jess. Recovers after a bobble. Gets her at 1.
Runners advance though, so 2 runners in scoring position for Glenelg, and their big second inning continues.
Yeah, exactly, but second effort makes outs. There it is again. Even if you make an error, there's nothing stopping you from still getting the out, so make sure that you always push for that.
That is words to live by in softball circles, I think, Aaron. That is a fantastic...
Scott Humphreys, wise man.
Say it again and again, yep. First pitch a bit high. Sophie Kinnear up. Had a walk the first time up.
Definitely looking to hit here, though, with a runner on 2 and 3. Perfect scoring position. You don't even... you have an opportunity not only just to get 1, but to get 2 here, and they'd want to keep that rally going.
Infield playing in again. Both Kaesler and Harris right up to the line. Hoyle's about their regulation depth, just a step in front of the bag. And the corners are pretty much regulation, but the middle is up. 1-1. Strike. 2. Jess Ryder still fighting here, going after every batter. Bit of a change of speeds off the plate there a bit. It goes 2-2 with the count.
Good idea there from Amber Hood. That's what you want to be doing with your, while being up in the count. You really want to push it off, see if they're going to swing. I wouldn't really put it anywhere near the plate personally as a catcher, because it's a good opportunity to see if you can get them swinging on a ball.
There's a little flare caught by Lana Kaesler at shortstop. Just kind of jammed her on the pitch, and it just got enough of it. Almost got it over that infield, being as close in as they are.
What a great catch by Lana Kaesler there, though. Went back for it. Still didn't have a heap of time to go back and get it, but managed to stretch and still get that.
Yeah, she got up there, got that glove right up and held on to it for the second out.
Fielding on the line for the runner at 3. She had to back, read it well. 2 outs now and a catcher speed up. Georgia Bevan moves over 3rd. No, she's on 2. 2 came in.
Yep. And Jade Peterson swinging at the first pitch, fouls one back to the screen.
It is Georgia Bevan. Georgia Bevan at 3.
No, it's Courtney Shepard was at 3, and that's why the
catcher speed
up. Yep. Yeah, Bevan was out with the 1-3 off the pitcher. That's it. Runner at 2, Sasha Penglace, very fast runner. Jade Peterson takes a pitch, even up 1-1.
Glenelg had 8 batters in the first inning. This is the 8th batter here in the second.
With 3 runs scored, equal to first. Well, they'll be pushing for one more here. Pitch from Ryder. Up on the outside just a bit. Amber holding that pose, wanting that call, but Ian Gray says no.
Just to give the plate umpire just a little bit of extra time to think about that pitch.
2-1 count to Jade. Foul back off the glove and to the fence. So shaping up to be a very good battle. 2-2. Good hitter. Jess Ryder not giving in. And those runners will be ready to go on contact.
Yeah, and Jade hit this one right side last time she was at bat, so they'd be looking to see if she'll do that again.
Winging through it, strike 3. Actually a bit out in front on that one. So a bit of change of speeds by Jess Ryder.
Amber Hood pushed that one off as well, called that one off the plate to see if she'd go.
We'll see again.
You can see it there.
Yeah, let's have a look on the CMAX replay as Jess Ryder gets her 3rd strikeout of the game, but not before Glenelg put another 3 spot on in the bottom half of the second inning. So both teams scored in every half of their inning so far. It took about 27 minutes for the first inning, 25 minutes for the second inning, and got a 6-3 ball game. Plenty to talk about as well. There's another game going on, so Erin, I'll give you the duty to try and see if you can get a score update for us, but I think pretty sure that producer Brandon's got us a graphic there for Home Run Heroes, and if you want to find your nearest Home Run Heroes program, log on to homerunheroes.com.au. But I can tell you, if you're in the local area for Home Run Heroes, calling all future Home Run Heroes, join us for ultimate fun softball experience for kids aged 5 to 12 at Home Run Heroes. It's all about having a blast, making new friends, and while learning a new sport and building confidence. Every Saturday until December the 9th here at West Beach from 9:30 a.m.
Danny Baskai to lead off the top of the third for West Torrens. Eagles trailing by 3. Sawyer a little bit high on that first pitch. Ball 1.
Just got a score update. It is 9-0 Sturts away.
Well, didn't even put a predicting on that one, did we?
No, we didn't.
Good thing, because
pretty one-sided for Sturt. They've just dropped the 1 game so far, 5 wins and 1 loss against Walkerville, who are yet to trouble the scorers. They had a draw in the very first week with a 1-1 draw against Glenelg. But since then have gone 0-6, only scoring 9 runs so far in their 7 games played.
3-0 count to Baskai. Sawyer probably have a long sit down with that batting innings. Maybe got a bit cold. Has to find her form again. 3-0, and that's a called strike.
Good pitch to come back.
Yeah. Danny Baskai had a base on balls first time up. Little low, ball 4, and another base on balls for Danny. Brings Emma Burridge up, first baseman, number 12.
Looks like a signal got put on there, so we'll be interested to see what she does here.
Yeah, trailing by 3. Would you bunt? Would you steal? Keep testing the catcher. She is, bluffed. Looked like she was going. Called strike.
Maybe a signal to take a pitch there, seeing as Danny Bazguy just got a walk.
0-1 count. Ripped. Ooh, past the shortstop who was moving over. And out to left field.
Great shot from Burridge. I don't know if you picked it up there, guys, watching the replay, as Kinnear moves a step towards second base, probably thinking to cover that stolen base.
Yeah. Just anticipated it a little bit there.
Just opened the door for Burridge and her second hit of the night.
Yeah, the shortstop has to, you really have to hold your nerve and stay there until that ball's in the mitt and then break across. And she did take just that one step that got her off balance. Would have been probably a ball hit almost right at her.
Which can be difficult sometimes, which is quite funny, to even just hold your position even if you think that they're going to steal. Because sometimes you just want to be doing everything, but yeah, it takes a bit of willpower sometimes.
Well, something James pointed out is Sophie Hoyle takes a ball high there for 2-0 count. Was that earlier in the inning, in the first inning, they were playing up the middle a little bit more and they were playing probably closer to the bag. Now they're playing more regulation. It was almost like she was trying to quickly cheat over to get there.
Yeah, it's really important when playing softball to make sure that you adjust all through the game, because as you can see with Bill and I's predictions for the score, you can't always guess how the game's going to turn out and what the other team's going to do.
Keep adapting, yeah, keep changing. 2-1. Fouled off, even up the count 2-2. West Torrens threatening here, none out. Sophie Hoyle up. Got Danny Bazguy on 2, Emma Burridge on 1. Both speedy runners, so a base hit here could do some damage.
They'd want it to do some damage as well, get that score back up, get closer to Glenelg's score, and then keep going, get that rally like Glenelg did last innings.
So here we are, 2-2. And Sawyer to Hoyle. Change up in the dirt a bit there.
Just came out of the hand wrong there.
And now we have a full count. Pitch, and that's ripped to center. Fading back, Bevan caught, it dropped. Just see whether they called that an out or on a transfer.
They called it with no tag, a force out at 2, so that's a muff fly for Bevan. Let's have a look at the CMAX replay.
Looked like she had it all the way, but it did pop out. Yes,
Yeah.
not on the transfer, so that's an error on 8, but yes, they got the force out at 2.
Yeah.
Nothing they can do there as a runner.
She did the right thing at 1, holding up, looked like she was going to get it, but yeah, that's just unfortunate in the end.
A little bit of luck for both teams there. I think you'd call that a
Happy
stalemate,
accident.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
happy
with a
accident.
drop catch, but a force out at 2. Bazguy has moved over to 3rd.
So with runners at the corners, 1 out, Brody Brovnik. She's up to the plate, the left fielder.
Again, will be interesting to see what West Torrens does here, whether they still bunt with only 1 down, move the runners around, or just hit the ball. Either.
Yes, it will be interesting whether they'll chance it. I think they'll probably hold their runners as they are, let Brody swing away. Don't want to run yourself out of an inning. That's popped up behind the plate.
Catchable.
Catch, and back to the fence went Shepherd.
Yeah, she was coming our way. I think she may have sensed the fence getting close to her and may have taken her eye off it at the last moment, and it sounded like it
Got her in the chest plate, I believe, yeah. Well, you know that foul ball will start to track back, won't it?
Yeah.
James, both 2 catchers, both sides of me here.
Those can be really scary, but I think what's really important is to make sure that you get that hand that's not got your glove on it to be feeling for the fence. I think take a note.
Ground ball up the middle, just past the shortstop, run scores. Brody Brovnik makes the most of her second chance with a base hit up the middle. Another CNI single.
Yeah.
stole my thunder there, Bill. I was going to say making her pay with her second chance. Second efforts also score runs.
Exactly. Second efforts do a lot.
Well, I'm okay with great minds think alike there, James. So if we're thinking the same thing, that's okay by me.
Yeah, not bad considering you're the catcher.
And so Alicia comes in. Alicia Marshank, center fielder. Had a 6-3 put out last time. Hit the ball hard to shortstop. Runners on first and second. One out, ball in the dirt. Nicely blocked
Yeah.
by Courtney.
As a fellow catcher, that's really impressive. Got to give some support to our catchers. So, yeah, those are a lot harder than they look.
Another one low. And 3-0.
Bill, I'm going to ask you a question as a coach here, mate. You're leading by a couple of runs. You're starting to show some signs of fatigue here as the last 7 batters for West Torrens, 6 have reached. Make that of the last 8 batters, 7 have reached. You've got a class pitcher over at first. How long till you make a change?
I think the only thing that would be my concern is how well Jade warms up on a cold night, coming in cold after playing first base. That might be off the table. You know, they might have decided from the start. And the ball gets by and scoring. Hoyle in there.
Took off late, but she still gets in.
Did get there late, and the ball probably beat her to the plate, but just popped out of the Sawyer's mitt. It's a good throw by Shepherd. It's right there.
Yeah, it looks like she was just going for the tag before she had the ball there, which is often something that you see. I know that I have done it multiple times, and it's an easy error to make, but sometimes you just got to live and learn and take that one on the shoulder.
Catch and tag, that's what we always say, right? Catch the ball, then tag.
Exactly.
Caitlin Holt is the batter.
Just back to my point, maybe they're just backing their batters as well.
Yeah, that's possible. I just got a feeling that maybe as coming in cold, that might be a tough ask, and they may have decided not to.
Yeah.
Caitlin takes a high pitch. She's hit it hard out to right field. That's going to tag up, and Brovnik scores from third base. A nice sac fly by Caitlin Holt.
As Glenelg, I'd be looking at that, seeing as Caitlin Holt has now hit it right side, so the next time if she comes back up, I'd be making adjustment in the field to make sure you get that catch. But Sasha Penglay still did a really good job of tracking it and getting that ball there.
And moving over to third is Alicia.
Yeah, good play from Penglay there on the CMAX replay. 3 runs scored by West Torrens in the top half of this third inning to tie it up.
How about that?
Good game. Love a good close softball game.
And so we're back at the top of order. Amber Hood, the leadoff batter. And she is a 3-0 count, 2-0 count, sorry. As you're correct there, James, I think signs of fatigue are showing just a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if next innings, seeing as Jade was the last out, wasn't she, for the Glenelg Rebels, it'll be interesting to see if she goes and warms up and starts to roll her shoulder over and see if we can see her in the circle.
James, was that your early prediction there that you're alluding to here? You might want to tell us about?
Yeah, just in between batters, I'll gloat about my own prediction.
Foul ball.
Foul ball is a good chance. Just at the top of the show, I did make mention that this game will need to be high scoring to get a winner tonight. It's 6-all here in the top of the third.
I'd say both teams heard your memo there because both teams are putting runs on the board. Now it's going to be whoever blinks first or doesn't come to the party with the bats. Amber Hood battling 2-2. That's a hard hit ball. That's back to left and off the glove of Bree McGee. Alicia Marshank trots in from third easily.
Tough one to catch, Erin.
So tough, especially as I've been playing some outfield in A-grade recently. That is just so difficult, especially with the wind. You don't know if it's going to hold up. You don't know if it's going to move back, but she did a really good drop step there to try and get it. Got gloved to it, but unfortunately it just didn't stick. But that's still a fantastic shot by Amber Hood.
That is the real key there. I agree. That wind blew it across. She broke to her left and then partway through had to cut back.
Yeah.
She did cut back across her body so she could keep the eye on the ball, but just a little bit off balance and it bounced off the glove.
Marchink scored.
Yep.
West Torrens take the lead, and with 2 out, Amber Hood replaced by Holt at second.
Speedy Holt brings up Jordan Harris.
Speedy
Yes.
Holt.
And a 1-0 count. And that's hit hard. That's back to right. And Sasha Penglaze.
There's the drop step from
handles that
Sasha
one.
Penglace there. That's what I was talking about. She did a great job of tracking that off a hard hit ball. I don't really think that ball had much time to move, seeing as it came off the bat as a nuke, as we like the new term. But yeah, Sasha did a really good job there.
Well, another half inning where they send 8 batters to the plate. Is that
Yeah, 7 in the first inning for West Torrens, 5 in the second. They still managed to score a run, but then in the third, 8 batters to the plate for 4 runs. No strikeouts for Sawyer so far, but West Torrens just ultra aggressive, but a couple of walks thrown in there as well. Sacrifice fly will hold on to a slender lead as Glenelg will have the last chance tonight. We are still
9:06?
Yeah, it's 66 minutes in, so still got 24 minutes to go. So even a longish inning here, we'll see a 4th inning. So plenty more softball to come tonight, but while we've got the opportunity, we will thank our broadcast partners, CMAX Clinical Research, MC Sportswear, Dental for Schools as well. And if you want to help support softball and the live stream broadcast, reach out to us here at Softball SA, and maybe you can get your business mentioned on the live stream, going out to millions across the world.
As we move to the bottom of the third, Sawyer leads off for the Rebels, trailing now 7-6.
Someone just pointed out that Glenelg got some movement in the bullpen.
Okay.
With Peterson rolling over, she'll be the 9th batter due up, so she'll be able to warm up this entire batting inning, you would expect.
How's my predictions going? I said that before, so not all
Besides the
lost.
score, it's been brilliant, your predictions.
I just won't predict scores anymore.
Yeah, I think that is the only way, is to have her come off and actually warm up during the batting innings. If they were to bring her in that inning straight from first, I don't think she'd get warm quick enough. And
Yeah, and perfect opportunity to do so, seeing as she was the last out. She's got enough time to make sure that she is warm and it's not rushed in any way.
strike.
Yeah, probably a good time of year. There's Sasha Penglace, but she was throwing with Jade Peterson before, so not bad from our camera guys there. But no, I was just going to say, good time of year to bank a win against one of the teams you'd expect to see in the top 4 at the end of the year. But Glenelg currently sitting in 2nd place. They're still missing Johanna Grauer, Caitlin Carroll. Tate Nicholson's out tonight as well, and apologies if I've missed anyone else, but they've just got a strong, solid 9, don't they? And then they've got some handy extras to come in.
Sawyer's battled back to, Rogers battled back to 3-2, and there's a bit of a jammed shot to Sophie Hoyle. Soft liner caught for the first out.
Let's have a look at the CMAX replay here.
In on the hands a bit.
Oh, great stretch for that. Great running. It's especially hard. I've been playing third base a bit, so it's especially hard as third base. You're ready for that ground ball, ready for that hard hit ball at you. So getting that agility to get up and run for it and stretch out is pretty impressive.
Bree McKee comes to the plate now. Left fielder. Had that difficult play just half inning before.
Had a nice hit as well, her first time up to bat. Yeah, Hoyle read it well off the bat there for that last catch.
Single to center last time. Yeah, she's on 1-0 count.
What do you mean by seeing eye single?
Well, seeing eye single is like the ball itself has eyes that it actually can get past those gloves that are reaching out. We say a seeing eye single when it's hit just past the glove of everybody on the way through.
Is that the Maple Ridge coming out in you?
Yeah,
I would say that's just full North American vibe on that one. Strike called. Yeah, the vibe. Now throwing vibe in there. Thanks.
I'm sure Eric is with the seeing eye singles. He's in Japan at the moment working for World Baseball.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's awesome that he's got that offer, and he's a good man for the job.
It's not that great. He didn't take me along.
Maybe there's a trend that they're looking for Canadians that are now Australians to go do those kind of things.
Bill's putting his hand up if anyone's wondering.
Actually, I'm putting my hands in my pockets because it is a nice 14 degrees down here at West Beach today for those watching overseas, possibly in Maple Ridge, BC.
It was 40 on Friday. It's 14 now.
I think I would rather it be 40 degrees. I get a bit sad when it's cold.
You and me both.
I agree.
Brandon is sitting next to us in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't know how Brandon's doing it because I'm currently shivering and I'm wearing a big jumper. So props to him.
2-2 count. Ground ball up the middle. Harris fields. A little low in the dirt, but nicely picked up by Burridge at first base for the second out. That's a great play.
That is a great play. Good job on Jordan Harris for getting that and going up the middle with it. And then, yeah, just Emma Burridge there picking that ball, which she did a really good job. It's really hard to keep your head down on those ones and watch them all the way into the glove, but she did an excellent job there.
A lot of players would have gone backhand for that. She was quick enough with good agility to get across and put her body over the top of it, not chancing that bad bounce that you might get here on this dirt, but then the throw,
really good jump.
Pick up from Burridge as well, so well done from both West Torrens players. On the CMAX replay, Erin.
Yes, on the CMAX replay, if you want to help advance tomorrow's healthcare and get paid for your time, log into cmax.com.au.
Brilliant. Getting thumbs up from all the way around.
I always get happy when I get a thumbs up.
And the Rebels leadoff batter steps in. It's Gemma Cochran.
Yeah, Cochran's been okay tonight. She fought out a good walk. Her last turn it back was important, which helped get the rally going for her team. And it's Erin Adams-McDonald joining us tonight, Bill Benedictson on the play-by-play. We won't hear from you, Erin, until next year because your game schedule conflicts with the broadcast.
Unfortunately, game schedule conflicts, and then I'll be a great foul ball there. But I'll be away in January for the Under-18s Nationals, which I'm really looking forward to. But then I'll be back on the live stream. Yeah, Mirrabooka. I've been there a few times, so looking forward to it. But then I'll be back on the live stream to keep giving my little comments and all the different sayings that I have.
Good luck. I'm sure you guys will do well.
Thank you.
Bill, you're going to join us for a couple of games in a row, I think.
I think I'm around, yes. I know we have one coming up. Is it this weekend? I think.
I'll have to double check.
We've got one coming up. I've got coaching duties in there too, and more than happy to be here.
9 West Torrens players all went up as one as that pitch brushes the edge. Let's have a look at the CMAX replay. Just outside.
Just outside, yeah. Tim Cochran battling again. 2-2 count. And moves it to full. West Torrens has really answered back defensively quite well here, and instead of giving up, tons of runs right from the start, they've got the first 2 outs, holding their 7-6 lead, and if they can get through this, and again, struck her out, thought maybe I gave her the kiss of death.
Well, but that was our first 3 up, 3 down inning of the game, and West Torrens consolidate and hold on to that 1-run lead. So advantage to the reigning premiers, and a great pitch on the outside edge there from Ryder. That's just Ryder's 4th strikeout for the game, and we have had a score update from Diamond 2 tonight. Sturt had a 9-0 win over Walkerville. The good news for Walkerville fans, if you're listening, Maxine Saunders made her pitching debut for the Cats tonight. So a first-year player in A grade, and she's been very handy for him in the outfield and with the bat.
She's done well with the bat. Yes, a couple of hits. Yeah.
So yeah, some good news out of that 9-0 loss. But for the Falcons, aren't they just on a roll this year? They started the season 5-0. They dropped a game on Saturday, just gone in a close one. But they are just dominant. They've got the most runs in the batters in the runs for column with 39, and they've played the least amount of games with 6, or equal least with West Torrens and Hills.
I think that is the real key, that Port Adelaide's played more games than Glenelg, and they've played less, and they're doing very well. They look very sharp in the games we've seen against them.
Yeah.
Bell White hitting the ball very well, as others.
And big change in the circle for Glenelg here. We've got Jade coming into pitch.
Well, this could be lights out for West Torrens if they're not careful, because Jade adds not only more speed but also more movement as well. She's got some tricky spins, as well as her experience on her shoulder. A premiership player with Seacombe about a decade ago, and a national champion with the Stars Bill in May of 2022.
As Kaesler takes the first pitch for a strike against Jade. Yes, I think Jade's strength, everything you've said, but she's a very good locator of the ball. She'll put it on the edge, and then she'll put it a centimeter outside the edge, and she'll make you chase. And she's very good at pitching in, pitching out, up, down.
First hand, she has very good control over the ball.
Yeah. The real question is, coming in partway through the game and a bit of a rushed warm-up, and whether that's going to a little flare ball back to Jade.
Maybe could have left it. That's when it goes like that, sort of jammed off the bat a little bit down the right side line. You can almost expect it to roll out into the field of play, but then again, you don't want to take the chances.
And that one did seem like it bounced in a little bit there, so you never know. It is hard to read, but yeah.
That one, whether it was spun back, hard to say. Usually it's those high pop-up, and there's a bunt up in the air, gets past, but Pearson fields and throws out to covering second base, Sydney Horton.
A little bit of miscommunication there for a second, but they still managed to get the out.
Brief moment, it looked like first base had a shot at catching it, but she's bunted it past and just couldn't reach back for it.
Tricky spin again on the ball there. So for those scoring at home, sacrifice bunt 1-4 for the first out. Here's Emma Burridge.
And that moves Lana down to second. Jade pitches, low strike, right on the bottom edge of the zone. That was a great pitch. That's good. We've got an answer from Maple Ridge, and it's apparently 2 degrees back there at the moment. I thought it'd be, well, yeah, I guess it'd be colder there.
I don't envy them.
Well, just to fire another shot back at you, those listening in Maple Ridge, Terry Marlowe, whoever you are, it feels like 9 degrees here, so we're close. By the way, hi, Mom. Emma Burridge fouls back, 0-2. Just looking to stay alive. Different tone with Jade pitching. She's pitching ahead very quickly in the count, making the batters have to be a little bit more defensive. Can't attack the ball as much as they were earlier in the game.
2 hits so far tonight from Burridge.
And fouled it off the first base side.
To guide that one down to the right side, didn't she?
Yeah. Well, Emma Burridge is one of those ones I think was always a good player. Emma Burridge, believe it or not, went to the same school that I teach at, so I knew her from back then. And she's always been a good hitter. Played second base for West Torrens for quite some time. Was a very good second base, and then moved to Victoria, I think, for a while.
Moved home now.
And moved back, so she's back playing. Change up just off the plate.
That was a really good pitch.
That's a good pitch
from Peterson. We're about 80 minutes into the game now, so I suggest that the 4th will be the last inning with only 1 out here in the top half. So need to make every post a winner. Both these teams evenly poised. Here's a look at the CMAX replay for the change-up. It was on the outside edge, and if you want to help advance tomorrow's healthcare and get paid for your time, log on to cmax.com.au.
Nothing wrong with that change up there by Jade, especially with a change up. You probably want it off the plate a little bit because anywhere over the plate gives more of an advantage to the batter than what you'd probably like.
And Burbage stays alive, fouling back the 1-2 pitch to stay alive in the count. Still 2-strike hitting.
Glenelg will have Sydney Horton to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. So they're up the right end of the order to make a run for this one, and we know how strong they finish. Had a deficit against Port Adelaide and fought their way back for a 1-run defeat. And last Wednesday night they were down by about 3 or 4, and they got within a couple of the Falcons. So we know they finished strong.
Bit of a high pitch, fights it off. Great recovery. There's another second chances.
Yeah, second efforts make outs.
Second efforts make outs.
Yeah, that was a very, very good play and very, very good recovery.
Well, Sawyer broke to her right to try and make the play, found herself at no man's land, well backed up from Horton. Sawyer hustles back to make the out, so great defense from Glenelg. And if they can shut down Hoyle, they'll get out of this inning without any damage. But
ball took another funny spin, but productive out by moving Kiesler over to third. But with 2 out, it's going to take a hit from Hoyle to get something happening. Big swing just over the ball there, 0-2. Hoyle hit the ball pretty hard last time out to center field, but we had the error by Bevan out there. Jade up in the count, 0-2. Kiesler at 3. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
well, there you go. That's the game changer in Jade Peterson coming into the ball game here in the top half of the 4th inning. Throws to 4 batters. She gets 1 strikeout, including Sophie Hoyle there on the CMAX replay.
Exactly. That's exactly what Glenelg would want, to hold them so that they're only 1 run down and they can come back and get them with the bats.
Well, you've almost got to say advantage Glenelg, knowing that they're at 2 in their lineup. They're a strong finishing team. But West Torrens did shut them down 1, 2, 3 the last inning. So in fact they've retired the last 5 batters in a row after having 8 batters in the first, 8 batters in the second. So still could go either way. You know, a brave person would predict a draw or even a Glenelg victory, but they're in second place for a reason. They're 5 wins, a draw and 3 losses. They've got double the amount of runs for than against. So if any team is going to do it, you'd think, Glenelg got a chance.
I think you're exactly right there, James, that you know, if you go by earlier innings and how many runs they're, how well they're hitting the ball and putting in play and scoring runs at ease, and then they had that 3 up, 3 down last inning. But you are right, they're also at Sydney Horton. She's had herself a single, fielder's choice, and she leads off from the left side of the plate. Just right at first pitch. That's a chopper on the ground, legging it out. Very quick down the line. Amber Hood jumped up to make that play.
Yeah, a little swing bunt there.
And she's really moving down the line.
Yep, yeah, on the handle as well. So bit of luck goes the way of Glenelg. She's got the speed to beat it out. Either way, whichever way this game goes, the loser will have the highest score for the season for a losing team.
Interesting stat. First pitch strike on the outside edge. Ryder deals. Well, are you playing for 1 run or 2 here as a home team? You're probably playing for the win, so bunting here just to get 1.
Yeah.
Might not.
One of your best batters, Courtney Shepherd, up to bat.
Showing bunt. And she did go at it. Oh, hung up.
Way off as well, the runner.
Luckily gets back, diving back. Good throw down there by Amber. But I think the ball hit the dirt there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0-2, a little bit of composure required from Shepherd, but I think this is where she's most dangerous here.
Doubled in the first inning.
She's able to swing away now.
Fouled off. Stay alive, 0-2. Count remains the same.
Yeah, what are you playing for here, Bill? As a coach, you've got your lead-off on. You're playing for a draw at least. You don't want to walk away without anything after you've had such a good game.
I believe I would have gone aggressively for to either bunt and get her over there early, or hit and run on that second pitch. But yeah, you want to get the draw at least.
And Bill, you've just been announced as the assistant coach for the Open Men's.
Correct, yes. A little bit of a different alignment, but yes, I'm very happy to be there with the Open Men's. As James said, a little bit different dynamic coaching men to women, but it's an all-SA team at the moment, which is quite good. A lot of players came out. Hard hit ball to second, could be. Ooh, got her, held onto the ball and the bag.
Look where that ball's
look
at second. It is a snow cone.
Yeah, a bit of an ice cream cone, I was about to say.
You know, I was just about to say it could be two, but she did well to hold on to that.
Bit sore there, bit of a stretch.
Watch the replay here. Good piece of hitting to hit it that way. Backhand flip. And just held on.
Yeah, she slid into her right foot. Let's have a look at the reverse angle here on the CMAX replay. Harris makes the backhand flip over, forces the out. Horton slides into Kayser, just knocks her down a little. Courtney Shepherd arrives safely at first. Bit of a timeout just to check up on the West Torrens shortstop. Even her hand, maybe by the looks of things, but out recorded. Horton is still there, standing on two. No, out is called, so I just wanted to double check that she held onto the ball, and Kayser is going to.
A bit of a blood rule here. She's cut, maybe? A possible cleat, or. She did well to hang on to the bag and the ball, I must admit. That, the throw caught her a little off guard. Sometimes on that backhanded flip, it doesn't carry as much speed, and as a shortstop coming across, you're running quite aggressively trying to turn two.
All right. Field changes taking place, Bill. Sorry to cut you off there. Looks like Kayser is coming off. Harris will move across to shortstop. Burridge to two. Baskai in from right field to first base. Just trying to work out who's going to go to right field. Maybe Jackie Beal.
Caitlin Holt pass. Oh no, is Caitlin Holt? She's in the line of the DP.
Yeah. So yeah, just a little bit of movement here for West Torrens late in the game. We have reached
Jackie
time
Beal
as well. We're 27 minutes past 9, which means 3 minutes of game time left. So this will be the last inning. Here's another look at the CMAX replay. And if you want to help advance tomorrow's healthcare and get paid for your time, log on to cmax.com.au.
Yeah, I could see it on that one now. I thought it was a leg when she first went down, as Jackie Beal trots out to right field.
What happened with the hand there?
As she puts her hand down, the knee or steps kind of pinches her, and it looks like it got her in the knuckles. Was there a knee, or do you think it was a foot?
Maybe the knee.
I think it was the knee on that angle.
I think it may have been more that her foot got caught and then Lana had nowhere to go, so may have twisted her knee a bit there.
Okay. No, I just mean the knee of the sliding
oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think it might have been the knee that got her.
Initially, I thought maybe somehow a cleat got her, but yeah.
Let's quickly talk CMAX player of the game, which we have to decide. Both teams have had some great contributions in that. Sasha Penglace has had a couple of hits, and she's due up right now. Courtney Shepherd's had a double and an RBI. Look down the order. Sasha Penglace, 3 RBIs and 2 hits. Flip side, Lana Kayser's got a hit. Harris, an RBI single. Amber Hood's had a couple of churns on base. Emma Burridge with a couple of hits. I'll get you guys to have a look as well as we're about to get back underway.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what Sash does here. Obviously, she's been pretty dangerous with the bat this game, so good opportunity here to score a run or to at least push her around.
Runner on one. Shepherd fouled back the first pitch. Sasha Penglace does.
Sasha's been really aggressive this game. I think she's swung at that first pitch quite consistently, so she's obviously looking for a good pitch and looking for that strike. So
if the first 2 innings go by, definitely you got your best batters up right now. And there's a hard hit ball past the diving Harris at shortstop. And
third hit of the ball game for Penglace, but importantly, the go-ahead run gets on base to first. Courtney Shepherd advances to 2 on that hit.
And a great effort there by Jordan Harris. I think the ball might have just gone over her arm. Yeah, but she was very close to it. So great effort, but still a very good hit by Sasha Penglace there.
Georgia Bevan up now. She's had herself a single in the first inning. 1-3 put out. And she takes that first pitch off the plate. 2 runners on.
Bevan has an RBI in this game.
Looking to move the runners on, score the run possibly. 2-0. Good hitters count again. Ball to the right side here could do some damage. Trying to protect the runners, you want to hit behind them. So she hit this ball to second base or second base side. Burge moved over to second. New fielder there. Actually, the whole right side is in different positions than they were earlier, so good time to test them.
Gee, there's going to be a real disappointed team in a couple of minutes' time as Bevan goes to 3-0. Both teams deserve to be in this game.
Yeah, absolutely correct. And I think, as we said, it's going to come down to who's going to blink first and not come through in the clutch. 7-6, West Orange leading. Bevan fouls it back. Bit of a change of speed again. That's been probably Jessa's most effective pitch. A little low, down ball. But she's gotten them off balance with that. In fairness, the one exception, that first hit by Bevan, was that changeup that she hit hard out to the left center gap in the first inning. But that one was off the plate a bit better, so tougher pitch to hit. Full count, 1 out. And stays alive, fouling that ball off.
Interesting swing, wasn't it? Because she was looking to push it right side, but it looked like it came right at the bottom of the barrel, so got jammed a little in the end.
Sometimes you just got to make contact. Even if it isn't your pitch, you just want to make sure that you can foul it off so you stay in that box.
Full count again. There's on 1 and 2. Foul off. And we'll do it all again. It's a quality at bat.
Yeah, nice long at bat there. That's what you want to do, especially late in the game when the pitcher's getting tired. The more pitches that you get at a throw, the more chance you have of a ball or a walk or her to throw it closer to the middle of the plate. So yeah.
Infield's playing pretty much straight away. Outfield's in a bit. Off the plate, ball 4 called. Looked like they both wanted that one. Have to see on the replay how, well, Ian Gray has been very good with his calls tonight, so I
Timeout called from Coach Lamery for West Torrens as the bases are now loaded. The tying run on third, which is Shepherd.
He does set up off the plate there, and that's a fine call. Definitely off the plate.
With Sasha Penglace, the winning run represents the winning run on 2. There is 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the last inning as we cross over the 90-minute mark. Any more thoughts on who might be player of the game?
For me, I feel like I can't look past Sasha Penglace. She's had a pretty phenomenal game. She's not only been really good with the bats, but she's also been a pretty pivotal player in right field and has been catching pretty much every ball that's gone to her. Had a really good goal at 1 when there was that hard hit ground ball. So yeah, for me, I can't look past Sasha Penglace.
Yeah, 2 catches, 3 for 3 in the box with 3 RBIs for Penglace. Is Sophie Kinnear.
Sophie Kinnear steps in. Now, if Sophie Kinnear comes through with a single and walks it off, does that change your opinion of who the player of the game is? Goes after the first pitch, pops it up on the first base side. Danny Baskai running hard to the fence. Just a little bit of a stumble just before she got to the key area, and that was getting close to the fence.
Same thing happened to Courtney Shepherd. That wind blew it back into the field of play at the last moment. Really caught both players out. has a life.
We'll see if
can she make the most of it?
yeah, we'll see if Sophie Kinnear here makes a good chance of that, seeing as that wasn't caught. Oh.
Ooh, an 0-2 foul back, straight back. Caught a piece of home plate umpire there, Ian Gray. So quickly 0-2.
Oh.
Bat,
glancing,
glove,
glancing,
mask. That's what they're there for.
Yep. So 0-2. Bases loaded. Tying run at third. And ground ball up the middle. Straight up the middle, charging in. Alicia Marshank charging very hard. Great throw home. And we have a tie game.
Sophie Kinnear comes up clutch. Great shot up the middle. A single scores the runner from third. That's Courtney Shepherd.
Yeah, 100%. Also there, you can see when she hit that ball, it was bouncing, and that runner had to go home. So no matter what, with that ball up in the air bouncing, it would have taken time, even for a fielder, to get that. So the chance of the runner on third scoring was really high there. So that's a really perfect shot.
So Jade Peterson now with a chance. First pitch swinging, ground ball to short, throws home, gets the first one. Not in time for two. Scoring on the play.
Bevan
rounds the corner and scores, and that's the ball game.
Yep.
And that is the game.
What an exciting finish.
Well, I was watching the play down that one. She rounded the corner and used her wheels.
Wow, so much to unpack on that last play, but heads up running from Georgia Bevan, who starts at second.
Yeah, ground ball is short.
Great play by Jordan Harris there.
Charging hard, a very good play. And they go for the double, and that ends up being their downfall, isn't it? Because she's turned the corner and kept momentum going. Man, she's right there.
Fantastic heads up running there.
Let's have a look at the reverse angle here. Peterson makes good contact. Harris makes the play to home. And Hood, desperate for that double, has to turn her body the whole way around. Peterson beat it out. Baskai had to make the throw to home, but Georgia Bevan did not stop running from two. Slides in safely to home to win the game for Glenelg. Another come from behind effort from Glenelg. This time, they get the win, 8-7 over West Torrens.
I'm amazed at that last play as we watch the recap of the game here, but that last play just had everything going there, and you would not have called that as your final play for a walk-off. But some really heads-up running.
Well, West Torrens started off on fire tonight. They came out ultra aggressive and scored 2 runs in the top half of the first inning, but not to be outdone. The Glenelg Rebels just kept their foot on the gas as well. So it was a marathon, this game, although they only got through 4. So at a high rate of pace as well. There's Courtney Shepherd crossing the plate.
Yeah.
Harris made an out there, and Peterson had an RBI.
For the whole game, it just really felt like the teams were going back and forth. It was almost like a challenge the whole time. Like West Torrens would score like 3 runs, and then Glenelg would just come right back at them with another 3 runs, and it just kept going until the end.
Yeah, we saw it all there.
Lots of interesting plays that you don't normally see in a game. That play there at shortstop, and it was similar to the one that Harris made at the end of the game to force the out at home. But
highlights with a great catch there by Atlanta.
Great hits.
This was the bobble that was a little costly for Glenelg, but it didn't matter in the end because they came in trailing by 1 in the bottom half of the 4th inning, and it was Sydney Horton who led off with an infield single. Courtney Shepherd, we haven't got there yet. I've just got ahead of myself as we watch Sasha Pengles takes a good catch. She was our CMAX player of the night. Sacrifice fly from Young Holt.
I just have to say we saw a lot of, I guess what is now my stamp on the game, and seeing eye singles in that one, because Sophie Kinnear's at bat there just prior to Jade was the same thing.
Yeah.
Just right up the middle over the pitcher. And
there's Sophie Kinnear's single that tied the game up, and this is the last play of the game. All West Torrens infield in real close, and Amber's decision to go to 1 took her eye off the game-winning run, who was turning third from second.
Just kept going, didn't stop.
Caught everybody surprise, because when Danny fielded that ball and came up throwing, it looked like she wasn't sure she was going home. Well,
unbelievable game as Glenelg consolidate their spot in second place on the ladder, moving to 13 points, just 1 point behind ladder leaders Port Adelaide. But you know what that does? It gives a chance for the teams just outside the 4. A little glimpse at the top 4 at West Torrens' 3rd loss of the season, dropping this game tonight against the Glenelg Rebels 8-7. We're all in agreement that our player of the game tonight, Sasha Penglace, 3 for 3, 3 RBIs, couple of great catches, and
scored twice. Yeah,
scored twice.
Yep.
Although right at the end of the game, great base running from Georgia Bevan. She's probably in contention as well. But that'll do it tonight. Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Bill.
Hey, great being here. Thank you,
yeah,
James.
Definitely
Erin,
a pleasure to be back.
Nice to share the mic with you.
And we'll be back on Saturday for the game live on Spacequake Sports. It's going to be Sturt versus Glenelg, so we'll see Glenelg again in action, and they'll be taking on the might of the Sturt Falcons. We'll wrap it up, I think, from West Beach on Ghana land. Rebels winners tonight, 8-7.